Good day. It is October the 11th, and today we're going to start John chapter 3, from the first three verses, and Proverbs 11. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin John 3, starting at verse 1. There was a man named Nicodemus, a Jewish religious leader, who was a Pharisee. 2. After dark one evening, he came to speak with Jesus. "Rabbi," he said, "we all know that Elohim has sent you to teach us. Your miraculous signs are evidence that Elohim is with you." 3. Jesus replied, "I tell you the truth, unless you have been born again, you cannot see the kingdom of Elohim." So Jesus is receiving one of the leaders of the Pharisees. Not all the Pharisees were hypocrites. A lot of them appear to be, at least the ones in the Bible. The day-to-day ones, I don't think that they were. John 3:1. There was a man named Nicodemus, a religious leader, who was a Pharisee. Nicodemus was one of many who believed in Jesus. He said that he loved the truth. He didn't fear man. His candor and no hesitation combined. He was part of the Sanhedrin, and he was avoiding hostility. This is the first of 11 discourses from the main portion of this gospel, directed at the educated. So Jesus is directly talking to those people who know or should know about him. 2. After dark one evening, he came to speak with Jesus. "Rabbi," he said, "we all know that Elohim sent you to teach us. Your miraculous signs are evidence that Elohim is with you." We all know that Elohim has sent you. And where it says signs, it could also mean miracles that Jesus did, gave evidence that God was with him. 3. Jesus replied, "If I tell you the truth, unless you are born again, you cannot see the kingdom of Elohim." He answers thoughts before they are said. Again, from the beginning from above. In other words, you cannot only have earthly birth. You need a heavenly birth. Proverbs 11. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a perfect weight is delight. God hates dishonesty. It offends him. It's an abomination. It disgusts him, but a perfect weight he delights in. 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. 3. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of the faithless shall destroy them. Rebellion, you're going against God, you're going to get destroyed. 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. It doesn't matter how rich you are. No hearse ever had a luggage rack that could carry stuff to heaven. Can't buy your way into heaven, can't bribe your way out of hell. 5. The righteousness of the sincere shall make straight his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. 6. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but the faithless shall be trapped in their own crafty device. Evil will turn upon itself, it will rebound upon you. If you set a trap, you will fall into it. 7. When a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of strength perishes. 8. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. 9. With his mouth the impious man destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the righteous be delivered. 10. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is joy. The more righteousness, the more joy. 11. By the blessing of the upright a city is exalted, but is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. When the upright bless a city, people are happy. 12. He that despises his neighbor lacketh understanding, but a man of discernment holdeth his peace. 13. He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that hath a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. This does not mean you don't report things, crimes or whatever, to the police or the proper authorities. It does mean you don't gossip. Remember, if he's telling something to you about someone else, he's telling people about what you're doing to other people. 14. Where no wise direction is, a people falleth, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. 15. He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it. That means guaranteeing a loan or something, co-signing. But he that hateth them that strike hands is secure. It means you're saying this person, I want to guarantee that this person does something or pays something or whatever. 16. A gracious woman attaineth honor, and a strong man obtaineth riches. 17. The merciful man doth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. If you're cruel, you're going to trouble your own family and yourself. 18. The wicked earneth deceitful wages, but he that soweth righteousness has a sure reward. 19. Steadfast righteousness tendeth to life, but he that pursueth evil pursueth to his own death. Righteousness leads to life, evil leads to death. 20. They that are perverse in heart are an abomination to Yahweh, but such are the upright in their way are his delight. 21. My hand on it. The evil man shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall escape. If you're evil, you will be punished. 22. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman that turneth aside from discretion. Nowadays we call it putting lipstick on a pig. Looks good is not good. 23. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. 24. There is that scattereth yet increases. In other words, he's being generous. There is that withholdeth more than meat, but only tendeth to want. In other words, he's stingy and miserly. True generosity will be rewarded. Miserliness leads to poverty. 25. The beneficent soul shall be made rich, and he that satisfied abundantly shall be satisfied himself. Generous people will prosper. 23. He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse them, but a blessing shall be on the head of him that selleth it. 27. He that diligently seeketh good seeketh favor, but he that searcheth for evil, it shall come unto him. You get what you look for. 28. He that trusteth in riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as foliage. 29. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the foolish shall be servant to the wise of heart. 30. The fruit of the righteous is the tree of life, and he that is wise winneth souls. 31. Behold, the righteous shall be requited in the earth. How much more the wicked and the sinner? God will discipline his own. How much more is he going to do to punish those that are mere lawbreakers with no contact with him, no agreement with him, no love for him? I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.